Good morning, everybody. We are still in Montana. As we mentioned last night, it started raining, got dark. Just decided it was time to get off the road. And so now it's the morning. We're getting ready to head back out, but just as we pulled off the road last night, it was kind of like a sign, maybe we really should pull off the road. In the rain, the windshield wiper quit functioning properly. So now poor Benny is out there in the rain with the drill. I don't know what he's doing, but he's having to fix the windshield wiper. And it has just rained here all night long. So as soon as he gets that fixed, we'll get back on the road, and we're headed for Black Hills today. We'll be cutting the corner of Wyoming and then into South Dakota, and we're going to take the 385 and the 16 and just kind of meander our way through the Black Hills this weekend. Alright, hopefully we get this fixed soon, and we'll see you on the road.
Well, that's the way I wanted to start off my Saturday, spending 1 hour in the rain working on the windshield wipers. So what happened is on the wiper assembly, there's a few things that are riveted together, and there's 2 rivets in each spot. But one of the rivets in a certain spot fatigued, and age, rust, got old, and popped off. So I had to go up there with a couple of small nuts and bolts and lock washers, which I had in my little tool case up there. And it's like a fishing tackle box full of just all the hardware that you need for fixing stuff. But drilled out the old rivet and put a new one in, and it seems to be working great. We are on the road again. Let's see what the day brings. Hopefully it's dry. The rain is really coming down today. It is going to be sloppy on the roads, especially when a semi comes up next to you and tries to pass you. Rebecca just pulled off the most insane U-turn in a Holiday gas station parking lot. Nice job.
Because I'm just that good.
Kinda time to get rid of the poop and get some water. To also be a shortcut to the Rapid City area, and there's also some neat monuments here. It's a beautiful drive, kind of just some open highway through the hills. Ashland, Montana. Gonna get a bite to eat at the Hitchin Post Cafe. It's like a little flashback to your roots in Stafford, Kansas.
Yes, this very much reminds me of Joanne's.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. True Midwestern cuisine.
I know. We normally do not eat like this, but we can't help ourselves. There's so many things that we just want to experience. Like when we get to Minnesota, Rebecca's going to have her first White Castle hamburger.
Can we please put in here that for the last 4 days we've eaten in the RV, healthy food. This is the first time since we've gotten to Washington that we've had anything bad to eat. It's just that we only show you the food we eat out.
Yeah. So yeah, and Lord forbid we pass up a Sonic.
Yeah, we've already passed up one, and I'm still whining about it.
All right, time for lunch. We are back on the road, and just mentioning how unhealthy of a meal that was, but it was kind of one of those nostalgic small town meals with small town prices. Not quite as cheap as the prices at Joanne's Cafe in Stafford, Kansas, but they were very reasonable. They were also saying about how heart healthy that meal was, and I was like, hey, well, you need to do a stress test on your heart every now and then just to make sure you keep it in check. So I guess we're doing that every now and then on this trip.
Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't?
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay.
Good try though.
It's just kind of like exercising, you want to push your body to the limit.
Right.
Okay. All right, let's see what the road brings.
What you doing, Ben?
We have an antifreeze or coolant leak, however you want to call it.
You're not having a very good day. This morning you got totally soaking wet, and this afternoon your back is covered in dirt. Well, we picked a pretty spot to stop in. Somebody lives down that road. We were able to pull off in this driveway kind of so that we're way off, relatively speaking, off of the road. Now what are we looking at?
It's a different angle.
You can see Ben's handiwork with the insulation of the doghouse while we're waiting for him to look at the engine. It sure looks nice.
We have a heater hose leaking. It comes from right here and leads to the heater core. It's been rubbing on not part of the frame of the vehicle, but part of the structuring for the whole motorhome chassis.
Uh-oh. So what do you think we should do about it?
I have some heater hose with us.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I just don't know how much I have. Alright, we are back on the road. In the meantime, I did some ingenuity and I put some Gorilla duct tape around the affected hose, and I put a hose clamp on each side of the Gorilla tape because the Gorilla tape wasn't wanting to stick to the hose. It wasn't perfectly clean. There's dust, there's a little bit of moisture still. So I hope that works. For the meantime, we're going to drive up the road a few miles and I'll hop out and check on it again. But other than that, we're like, I think 100 miles from any city that's going to have something of importance. The town about 20 miles behind us, they had a car quest that closed at 1 and doesn't reopen until Monday. But I'm pretty sure, knock on wood, that we'll be able to make it. But that's not a big fix, major end of the world catastrophe.
No.
It's not like a water pump,
No.
I can fix that myself. A water pump, that'd be a nightmare to do on the ground. Alright, I just peeked at it and it seems to be holding for now. We're just gonna cross our fingers that we can make it to the next town. While I was down there and contemplating life underneath the wheel well, I was wondering, like, how many people, if we were driving a back road in Alaska, would have stopped to ask if we needed assistance. And we were there for what, 45 minutes?
An hour.
Well, I kind of traced it down and patched the hose. I I have to say at least 5 to 15 people probably would have stopped in a 1 hour time period to see if we needed anything.
We stopped the other night when we were stuck on
Yeah, when we were stuck on the highway with that snowstorm, people were stopping. I guess it's just a mindset, I'm not sure, but...
Because we're just as far from the town here as we are.
Oh yeah, we are out in the middle of nowhere right now. So, let's hope for a safe and uneventful arrival in the next town that has like an O'Reilly's or hell, a Walmart or any type of auto parts store. Napa, I'll take any of them and I'll be able to fix this up. Well, that patch job didn't hold, and we called our AAA, and we'll see what happens there. Sadly, I don't have much faith in AAA. They've jerked us around before. And
Positive.
little did you know, all those questions they ask you when you call are all ways to try to get out of providing you service. So what we did is we just played totally stupid and said, it won't run anymore. And then we're hoping that the tow truck driver calls us and we can tell him exactly what we need. So hopefully he can bring out the little piece that I need so I can fix this problem. That's what the last tow truck driver told us to do after AAA jerked us around for like an hour on the phone. And I kind of mother effed him by the time that call was over. It was brutal. But that's a story for another day. So we are waiting here at the junction of the 212 and the 554 in beautiful Boise, Montana. Here it is.
59316.
That is the town. If we need to stay the night, there are some roadside tables just down there under that big tree. Let's hope we don't have to do that.
So we noticed this farm. Looks to be about a mile down that road, maybe a little less. And so Ben is going to take the ATV down there and see if maybe they have the part that we need. We have the hoses, we just need a splicer to be able to put the hoses back together. So, in the meantime, it is quite beautiful. And I've taken a few pictures. But the clouds and the rolling hills and the colors as the sun gets lower in the sky are pretty breathtaking. If you gotta be stuck, an RV is the place to be stuck. Uh-oh, he's coming back. That's not a good sign. That was quick. I heated up a little snack. Put a movie on to watch until AAA gets here. And I'm really curious to see why Ben turned around so abruptly. Oh, he missed the turn, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, well, we'll let you know what he finds out there. Hopefully we can get this part.
Hey guys, I think I have the problem fixed. Unloaded the ATV and drove to somebody's ranch that we saw here, and he was a good guy named Mike, and we went over to his shop. He had a 3-inch piece of pipe with threads on each end, maybe 4-inch, but we ground off the threads and almost made a little bit of a barb, and I was able to cut the heater hose, splice that in there with 2 hose clamps, and filled it up with coolant. We didn't lose much because we were right on top of this when it happened. It filled up the coolant, checked for leaks, and I think the thermostat opened, so it burped whatever air out. We probably still are going to burp a little more air and have to put some fluid in the reservoir. But other than that, we are going to drive to Civilization, just in case, you know, this fix doesn't work. So if we don't check back in with you, this might be the last video of the night. We are driving towards Belforche, if I'm pronouncing that right, and this is got to be a pretty insane run because there are deer everywhere. They're just hanging out on the shoulder. Yeah, I don't want to say we've almost hit them, but they've been like 10 feet away from the roadway just chilling. I really don't want to hit a deer. Or they also have antelope here. I saw a bunch of pronghorn antelope. Either one, don't want to hit them.
Just need to get to